Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video I would like to explain to you how a solenoid valve works. Solenoid valves are electropneumatic type of valves. When I say electropneumatic, I mean it's a combination of electrical and pneumatics. So one portion of the valve will be having pneumatic systems, or it belongs to the pneumatic system. So when we talk about pneumatic system, we're talking about compressed air. So you're gonna have compressed air supply coming in here. As you can see, these fittings are for air. So let's just talk about port identification first. The first port is for air supply. These two is for the direction. So you can allocate this one for opening, then allocate that one for closing the valve. And then you get two ports at the bottom, they are for exhaust. So once the valve is open, the air will be trapped inside the system. So you need an exhaust to allow the air to escape. So you're gonna have an exhaust for the open side and then an exhaust for the closed side. It's the same for here. This is open and close, open and close, open and close. Then this is exhaust, then that is supply. So that's how the pneumatic side works. Now coming to the electrical side, this side you're gonna have two wires coming here. It's a positive and a negative. So you're gonna have a 24 volts signal that comes from a PLC or a controller. When that 24 volt signal comes in, if you switch on that signal, you're gonna create a magnetic field. This side we've got something called a coil. That coil is gonna convert electrical energy to magnetic field. And then that magnetic field is strong enough to pull. There's a piston inside, it's called a spool. It's gonna pull that piston to this side, causing the air to take one direction. That's how you open the valve. And then when you take out that 24 volt signal, there's a spring that's gonna pull the spool back to its normal position. So this valve is gonna be normally in a normal direction. Let's say the air is coming in here, escaping that direction. And then as soon as you put 24 volts signal here, the air switches over to this direction. Okay, so that's how it works. So you use magnetic field to open the valve, but you use the spring to close the valve. That's how it works. This red button here, you can use it to override the valve. Let's say you don't have a 24 volt signal to open or close. You can press here to override and then to release it to switch it to the other direction. So that's basically how a solenoid valve works. You've got a voltage which creates a magnetic field. That magnetic field creates a force to pull the spool to this direction, and the valve opens. But inside you've got a spring that's gonna close the valve to the other direction. So like I showed you, the allocation of the ports: supply, exhaust, open and closed. But you get a different type of a solenoid valve this side. That one does not have a spring built in. So it's using magnetic field to open, magnetic field to close. It's got coils in both directions. The same port identification, you've got a supply port on top, you've got exhaust ports at the bottom. You can allocate one port to open, another port to close. But what happens now? What you need magnetic field to open to this direction, which means these wires you have a wire that is allocated to the close, another wire allocated to the open, and another wire allocated to the supply, because you need voltage to open and voltage to close. These orange buttons, same like the other ones, you can use them to override the valve to this direction, to override the valve to that direction. Even if you notice the symbols, the symbol of the valve is showing that this one has got coils in both directions, whereas that other one, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it, but there is a symbol for this one. It's got a sign of a spring, showing you that it's got a spring to return. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video. If you find it valuable, please press the like button and do share the video with anyone who will find it beneficial. And also remember to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. Enjoy your day.